Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about using graphic organizers in the context of a social studies curriculum. First off, what are graphic organizers? A graphic organizer by definition is a learning resource that consists of a visual diagram designed to help students organize thoughts, ideas, and information. Simply put, graphic organizers are just another way of representing this information. They can be used as a powerful and effective pedagogical tool for organizing content and ideas to facilitate student comprehension for newly acquired information. Moreover, graphic organizers can be used for almost any subject and integrated into most course curriculums. So you might ask, how can graphic organizers be useful in a classroom setting? Well, graphic organizers is just one of many different tools that can be used to guide students' learning. This helps students fill in the gaps of their learning through a visual representation of an idea. This is especially true for visual learners, where the acquisition of knowledge and information is associated through images and visual techniques. This can be referenced through Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, which asserts that spatial visual intelligence students can benefit from the use of graphic organizers as a way of meeting their particular learning needs. So how do they work? They operate as a support system or a form of scaffolding that aids remembering by making new connections between learned and new content. Just like our brains are wired to organize and store information, graphic organizers aim to connect this knowledge through a visual representation. In other words, graphic organizers work by taking large amounts of information or data and organizing it into a logical manner. Some examples of graphic organizers can be seen here, ranging from concept maps, knowledge maps, cognitive organizers, and of course, the Venn diagram. Some ways students can use graphic organizers would be to organize their notes for project preparation and the beginning stages of the writing process. For example, if a student was doing research on a particular subject, they may want to organize their information into subtopics such as questions, gathering information, hypothesizing ideas, communicating those ideas, and evaluating. These are just a few examples of how students may use graphic organizers to enhance the learning process. Teachers can also benefit from using graphic organizers to accommodate ELL students in the classroom by making information more accessible in order to better comprehend ideas and information. An example of this in the classroom would be creating a graphic organizer which has the headings, "What do I know?" "What do I want to know?" and "What did I learn?" This would allow students to clearly view the important outcomes and goals of the lesson while allowing students to review vocab for increased comprehension. Here is a clip of Michael showing how graphic organizers can be used within the classroom.
Okay, so this is a way we can use graphic organizers in a social studies classroom, but it's also a way we can incorporate technology and 21st century learning tools into a classroom to make the content more engaging and more interactive, rather than just giving a worksheet out on the structure of government. It's not exactly very engaging for the students. So anyways, this can be demonstrated in front of the class. The students could then observe the different structures and where the different branches were located. The next slide is more of an activity. The teacher can demonstrate by moving around the magnifying glass to reveal certain structures of government and where the branches are located. The students can also come up to the board and do this themselves to help as a review tool. And the last slide is again more of an interactive way to use graphic organizers in a classroom. So it's actually a game. The way the game goes, you get a title at the top, and then you need to locate where that would be. It gives you a check if it's correct. You could also use this without the timer. So it makes it a little more low stakes and just a helpful way for students to review. So again, you have a title and you need to check the correct box. Okay, thank you.
Here is another example of a graphic organizer utilizing smartboard technology and interactive websites.
Gapminder is a really cool online graphic organizer that teachers can use in social studies classrooms to show statistics and different relationships between countries. And it's really cool and visual and really gets the students involved in the lesson as well. So I'm just going to show an example of how you could use Gapminder in the classroom. So for example, if we went to education and then under literacy, we could choose literacy rate of adult females ages 15 and above. So we'll pick that. And it starts at 1975, so we'll start it there. And you can play this and it'll show different years on the timeline, and you can see that the literacy rate of adult females is increasing over time. And you could have a discussion, maybe highlight, say, Afghanistan, and ask the students why is the literacy rate so much lower in Afghanistan compared to other countries like Nepal. Afghanistan is 13% literacy rate for female adults, and then in Nepal they have 47%. So you could talk about things like that. And then you could also compare the literacy rate of males to the literacy rate of females. So if we go to literacy rate of adult males 15 and above, and then you can see that Afghanistan, it got a little bit bigger. It's at 30% now. So you could talk about in your class, why is the literacy rate in Afghanistan larger for males compared to females? So there's lots of things you can do with this graphic organizer resource.
Thank you for taking part in our professional development session on graphic organizers in a social studies classroom.